The comings and goings are dizzying this week. Ghost Morgan is coming, Lucky is coming, Finn is going, and the Key House might as well register as an Airbnb. Joffrey Love and Michael Easton broke our hearts in spectacular fashion. Let's discuss in this week's Two Scoops. Dear readers, before I watched Violet and Finn say their goodbyes, I preemptively got a new box of Kleenex from the shelf in the garage, because I knew it would be a multi-tissue crying kind of day on GH. Here's a personal story to begin. One of my favorite memories of childhood was one day my dad picked me up from elementary school and told the teacher I had a doctor's appointment. Then, instead, he took me to the matinee to see Snow White, and we went for ice cream. It was an awesome day. I was so happy. I loved it. But my dad had no recollection of this day, or seeing the movie, or picking me up. Like Finn, he had a bit of a drinking problem. Like Finn, he was a good dad who loved me. Like Finn, he made a point to stop drinking and became a better version of himself. So, watching those scenes hit me in the way a scene hits you when you have lived it. My dad is gone now, but I thought back to those days. He ended up becoming a chaplain and served at a hospital for kids with substance abuse problems. I was so proud of him, so when I cried with Finn and Violet, I really cried. Joffrey Love is a phenomenon. This young actress gave a performance that half of the adult actors in daytime cannot pull off. She can cry on cue with actual tears, convincingly enough to make me weep. When Violet looked at her daddy and tearfully pleaded, "We can take care of each other," admitted, she made you cry too. I forced my husband, who pretends he doesn't watch GH, to watch those scenes. I can't say for sure that he cried, but I did see his hand move up to his eyes like one does when wiping away a tear. I started to say, "She's a fantastic young actress," but I must amend that. She's a fantastic actress, period. Side note, here we are with a child absolutely worthy of Emmy recognition, with an academy that removed that award category. It still bothers me. If there was controversy about the age ranges, then put an age limit on it versus removing it altogether. Back to Violet. I have a feeling that part of her sorrow was genuine because she knew those would be her last scenes with her TV dad, Finn. I admit I was shell-shocked by his announcement that he was leaving GH. I hope they are merely writing Michael Easton off for a project or a summer vacation, and Finn will be back in a few months to reclaim his life in Violet. But his goodbye video seemed rather permanent. There has been a lot of good news for GH this week. Jonathan Jackson back long-term. Brian Craig back for a visit. But I'm sad to lose Michael Easton. I have loved him since his OLTL days. I have not been a fan of his relationship with Liz, but I adored him with Alexis and hoped the show was heading in that direction. Clearly, I was wrong. I'm glad we get to keep Violet, but I worry about how becoming instant parents will affect newlyweds Chase and Brooklyn. How'd they write this story? Any child who was abandoned by two parents would start to act out. Will sweet Violet become a menace or still be a little ray of sunshine to us? I'm hoping for the unrealistic latter option because the world is depressing enough. I need Violet to stay adorable for my sanity. She can be sad and cry. Heck, I will even cry with her, but please don't change her at her core. Besides the stellar work by Michael Easton and Joffrey Love, the entire supporting cast of this storyline have made it incredibly believable and heart-wrenching for me. Jane Elliott as the tough but tender Tracy stepping in to make sure Finn understood he had lost his daughter. Amanda Setton as Aunt Brooklyn, again graciously agreeing to mother a child who isn't hers out of the goodness of her giant heart. And Uncle Chase, the sweet Josh Swickard, has moved me as a brother who is both disappointed in his brother and standing by him, caring for his niece and grieving the loss of his dad all at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised if Chase started drinking too. He has lost his dad and his big brother all at once. That's a lot. Why did Finn suddenly become an alcoholic and get shipped off into the night? Maybe because we had to get him out of the way so Liz would only have to choose between two exes, Lucky and Jason, instead of three. I don't know, but I cannot begin to express my level of giddiness about Jonathan Jackson's return. Readers, do you know how hardcore I am? I have been to the Triple L Diner. The diner they filmed in is in New York State, and I went there years ago and took pictures and went inside and saw all the Triple L, Luke, Laura, Lucky memorabilia. I adored Jonathan Jackson from the day he was introduced as Luke and Laura's son. I loved him all through his GH run, through his entire Nashville run, and I am 100% positive I will love him this time too. But will I love Lucky? I don't know. How will they explain his absence, staying away from his kids and family for a decade? Was he in cahoots with the FBI too? I am anxious to see what's in store for him. But I hope GH uses all the old flashbacks. Give me the old Liz and Lucky scenes from their teenage years. I insist. There is so much history to draw from. I hope you are excited too. If Lucky is coming back, will he go see his brother Nicholas in prison? Or is he still peeved that Nick slept with Liz? I am anxious to see Ginny Francis in scenes with Laura and her son. I feel hopeful that maybe the Spencer family will be made whole again someday. But what about Morgan's return? Since it's a one-day return, one must assume it's either a ghost Morgan or a hallucination we will see. But who will be hallucinating Morgan? An under-medicated Sonny or a guilty Ava? Either one would make sense. Maybe Ava's guilt over not telling Sonny his meds have been tampered with will kick in, and she will do the right thing and let him know what she discovered to try to get back in his good graces. Or maybe Morgan's ghost will haunt Sonny. It's going to be an exciting summer in Port Charles. Ava is trying to line up witnesses to stand up for her in court. And she manipulated Laura into saying yes, even though Laura was clearly skeptical when she said, "Don't make me regret this, Ava." I think Ava genuinely respects and cares for Laura. But I think Ava also wants what she wants and isn't above using people she loves to get it. I would like to shine a light on the contrast of Sam and Liz. Sam is actively trying to keep Danny from seeing his father, while Liz is actively trying to foster a relationship between Jason and Jake. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to receive notifications for more content. And leave your comments and suggestions. Thank you for watching.